talk radio used to be the no-holds-barred free speech place because people could call in anonymously and have the confidence to say things that were politically incorrect because it's not like a letter to the editor where you have to sign your name. Like anyone can call in. That's why talk radio was such a free place. But tell me a little bit about the changes in Toronto media over the last few months.
Oh my God, in the last year, I've seen it particularly in the last 6 months. So last week I had a gig with Talk 640, Chorus Radio.
It used to be a pretty popular radio station in Toronto.
On the John Oakley Show. I followed him from the morning gig to the afternoon. I've been doing it for over 15 years. Even when I clashed with people like Adam Vaughn and Joe Fiorito of The Star, I was a regular for over 15 years. Then all of a sudden, without warning, last week I was ditched, along with 3 other conservative commentators.
Mark Steyn,
and Cam, he does sort of humorous stuff.
So were any liberals sacked too, or just you, Steyn, Skeesis, and Cam?
No, absolutely
So that's
not.
obviously not about cost, that's about ideology.
I believe absolutely it's about ideology, it's about muting conservative voices. What I found particularly disheartening is that it was done 3.5 weeks before the election, the municipal election, in which we do not have, good conservative voices out there talking about.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're on the eve of a city election. You cover the city beat, and this kind of stuff, and your reports on the drug injection sites and a lot of the goofy left-wing attempts to handle crime issues. For you to be sacked 3 weeks before the election, when you're covering the election beat, along with only conservatives, it looks to me like this is, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but...
No, it's a clear message, Ezra. It was a clear message to me.
It's a pattern.
And it was a clear message to John Oakley, who had nothing to do with it. I have to say that outright. He fought for me. But it's a clear message that, conservative voices are not welcome and becoming increasingly unwelcome in the media. Now, we've talked before about the other media that have banned me, including CP24, CBC, and it's been sort of a steady evolution. I never thought it would happen on Talk 640, but since they were taken over by Global, this is what's occurred.
Well, I tell you, I think we're in the era when these gatekeepers of the legacy media don't have enough gates, because we're on the internet, but there's podcasts, there's YouTube, there's so many alternative media, there's Twitter. It's a shame not being on terrestrial radio, but I think that your message and the message of other conservatives will get out, and it takes a little more effort by listeners, but once they find alternatives to, why would they listen to boring radio that's been vanillified? Why would you even bother? Well,
I think that they're deluding themselves if they think that the message is not getting out, and they're deluding themselves if they think that they can actually manipulate public sentiment by doing things like this. And I will go so far as to say that, because I think there is a real attempt to present only one side of the story, a very bland, a pablumized side of the story. And I think they're really, really deluding themselves if they think people aren't more in tune and astute to this kind of thing.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show, weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a monologue, interview a guest, and read my fan mail and my hate mail. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.